Hello everyone, Boogeyman here. So here we have it, the final movie in this trilogy. And we do get something that is very different in tone to the previous movie. This movie is more focused on character development than doing a total versus movie between Laurie and Michael. In the opening, we get introduced to Corey. He is babysitting a boy and he accidentally kills the boy, which from then on the whole town of Haddonfield is against him because the charges got dropped against him and he's now an outcast in the town. As soon as the opening starts, you get a feeling of that this is going to be a very different movie, with the choice of music in the opening credits, and you also get a call back to Halloween 3, where the font is very similar to the blue font of Halloween 3. After the opening sequence, we get reintroduced to Laurie and Allison, who have moved on from the events of Halloween 18 and Halloween Kills. They are preparing for Halloween. They are slicing pumpkins and setting up decorations. We also establish that Corey is being bullied for what people think he did. People still think he is a killer. We get scenes with how people treat him overall, and some people that are nice to him and try to give him a second chance. But he is working at a junkyard that is owned by his dad. He gets bullied by a group of teens after they ask him to buy out some alcohol and he denies them. And that is where him and Laurie Strode meet, where she kind of defends Corey from the bullies and gets him to the hospital where Allison is now working as a nurse. Here, I didn't really like how she falls in love with him after just seeing him coming in and Laurie introducing him to her. It kind of felt like a rushed romance and not very believable. We then get the same bullies trying to reconcile with Corey, and he's not very willing to do so, and they end up pushing him down a bridge where he falls near the sewage system where Michael has been living in for the past 4 years. Michael first attempts to kill him but surprisingly doesn't do it. When he looks into Corey's eyes and lets him go, where then Corey escapes but then returns after he lures someone he doesn't like into the sewers, where Michael kills the guy and slowly by his reaction gets stronger because he kind of shakes his body after the kill. And from on here, Corey and Michael team up. Corey uses Michael to get back at people he doesn't like, and that in his eyes were treating Allison badly. It feels like a relationship where Corey uses Michael to get back at people that he feels treated him badly, and Michael goes along with it because he's getting stronger the more he kills. Until when suddenly Corey wants to do things on his own and takes the mask from Michael in a wrestling match. And here I also have a problem that Corey could match Michael physically, having in mind how overpowered he was in Halloween Kills. Sure, he is weakened and he didn't kill as often, but the homeless man that attacks Corey tells him that he is surprised Corey survives because there has been many people that walked into the sewers and never came back. But a friend of mine did show me something I missed about that when I watched the movie. There is a billboard when Corey gets pushed down there where it says that there has been only 3 people missing. That means that Michael has only killed 3 people in 4 years, which is not enough to get Michael as strong as he was in Halloween Kills. Here, the main problems with this trilogy start for me, because there is no consistency or rules for how strong or weak Michael Myers is. In Halloween 18, he is in jail, locked up, not being able to get out. In Halloween Kills, he is able to kill 50 people at once. The mob scene with the amount of damage he takes, he shouldn't be able to live. Which also makes me wonder how the jail in Halloween 18 was able to keep him locked up if he really is as strong as he is in Halloween Kills. Now in this movie he is very weakened. Corey is able to physically dominate him and take his mask from him one on one. And also when the ultimate showdown with Michael and Laurie starts, she's able to slaughter him fully. She wrestles him, she cuts him, she slits his wrists and throat and finally kills him, which kind of goes back to that there are no rules of his capabilities and the writers seem to modify his strength depending on the story they are telling. Then, when the police arrive and the townspeople see what happened, she takes Michael to the junkyard and puts him in a compactor and shredder and kills him in the most definite way this franchise has killed Michael Myers in. Then we get Laurie continuing writing her book about what she has experienced with Michael. We end with a shot of the Myers mask on the floor and cut to black. So there it is, the end of this Blumhouse trilogy. We'll most likely get a new movie in the franchise in about 5 to 10 years. Or if this becomes a box office hit, we can get something sooner. Maybe that they go the anthology route as was originally planned with Halloween 3. But I doubt we will see another Halloween movie with Michael Myers in it for at least 5 to 10 years. This trilogy has been three of the stronger movies of this franchise. Not perfect or even great, but they are better than most of the movies in this franchise. I'm glad I got to see all three in the theater, and this final movie really works as a good ending to this big franchise. The movie on a technical level looks great with the cinematography, the shots are well composed and the lighting for them. The acting is overall good with some bad parts here and there. The score of the movie is also good and you do get a lot of Carpenter style shots in the movie. It is a movie that visually feels the most like the original 1978 movie. Overall, this feels like the strongest movie of these Blumhouse produced movies, but is still just good enough and not really a great movie. There are logic issues, character issues, and character behavior issues that make this movie for me while being good, and a good ending is still not something that is great in any way. My final score for this is 6 out of 10. This has been Boogeyman Cinema. This is my first YouTube review ever, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back with other reviews and doing standalone video essays on other movies, both old and new ones, soon. Thank you for watching.